Hello learners, welcome back to the course Hybrid Electrical Vehicle. In continue with the last video, today we are going to be discuss about types of battery. So in the last video we had discussed about the battery, what is battery and what are the basic classification of batteries and the application of various batteries, right? So today in this video we are going to discuss about the general classification of battery and how we can classify the battery. In general, the battery has been classified into two types based on the usage. One is primary battery. It is also known as non-rechargeable battery, and second one is secondary battery. It is also known as rechargeable battery. So these are the two basic different type of battery used in the automobiles. And primary battery. So the primary battery, it is also known as non-rechargeable battery. It can be used in one times. So after that you have to you could not use it continuously, and these kind of batteries mostly used in the wall clock, remote, and other small electronic accessories. And the primary battery is mostly have a liquid, gel type of electrolyte, gel as well as paste type of electrolyte. And it is also having positive electrode, negative electrode, as well as electrolyte separators. These are the components in batteries as we discussed in the last video. So the positive terminals is keep on absorb the electrons from negative terminals. So the flow of electron is also called as current, right? So you know the bottom side, the bottom the bottom side, the bottom face of the the battery is having a negative electrode, and the positive in the bottom and upper side, the top side of the battery having a positive terminal. So when you close this circuit with the a light, you can have a current flow between the circuit. So this is the working principle of primary battery. So there are n number of primary batteries available in the market. So the batteries are classified based on the type of electrode which is used in it, and then electrolyte. And each and every battery have its own advantages as well as drawbacks. So the batteries have some specific characteristics. It should have long-term recharge long-term discharge capability, and then it should recharge faster, and then it should have equal constant power distribution. So these are some important characteristics of battery. So that the batteries have a different kind of material for designing its electrodes as well as electrolyte. So based on the usage of electrode as well as electrolyte, it has been classified into 5 types. So first type is carbon zinc tricell, and alkaline cell, and zinc chloride cell, and mercury cell, and silver oxide cell. So you just keep in your mind, the primary batteries are keep on the primary batteries classified based on the material which is used for electrodes as well as electrolyte. So today we just discussing one by one what are the electrodes used in the each type of primary cell as well as electrolytes. So the first one is alkaline battery. So in this alkaline battery, the electrolyte is used as a alkaline material. So here the batteries have a positive electrode, negative electrode, electrolyte, as well as separators. So these are the basic important components in the battery. And here the zinc powder, which is act as a anode, and manganese dioxide, and MgO2, which is act as a cathode. And here we have using alkaline material such as potassium hydroxide as a electrolyte. So you just both the electrode which is merged over the electrolyte. So during the reaction, so if you are during the reaction, the zinc which is converted into zinc oxide, and magnesium dioxide which is converted into dimagnesium trioxide. So here you have a chemical equations. In this anode side, the zinc which is react with OH and OH, OH ions. The product we have zinc oxide as well as liquid H2O. And in the cathode side, the magnesium oxide react with H2O liquid, and then it converted into 2 magnesium trioxide. So here in the bottom side you have a overall reaction. So zinc and magnesium dioxide react with the presence of potassium hydroxide. We can get zinc oxide as well as 2 magnesium trioxide. So these are the products at the end of the discharge we can have in the alkaline kind of battery. And next type is zinc carbon battery. Zinc carbon battery. Here zinc metal the zinc metal is act as a anode, and the magnesium dioxide it is act as a cathode. So here you have using a paste kind of electrolyte as zinc chloride and ammonium chloride. These two components is dissolved in the water, so it is in the form of gel or paste. So during the reaction, the zinc which is converted into zinc oxide, and in the bottom, here we have using ammonia as a ammonium chloride as a electrolyte. So in the at the end of the product we have created 2 magnesium trioxide and zinc ammonia chloride and H2O liquid. So these are the product we can get at the end of the discharge of zinc carbon battery. So here you can see both the electrodes it has emitted 0.763 volt of power in the anode, and 0.5 volt of power in the cathode. So overall we have overall the engine the overall the zinc carbon battery can liberate the power of 1.3 volt power. Next one is zinc chloride battery. So it is a heavy duty battery. Most of the heavy vehicles, heavy purposes, we are using zinc carbide battery. So here it is just a modification of zinc carbon cell. So you just replace the zinc carbon with the help of zinc chloride. So other process are same in the zinc chloride battery. And next one is mercury cell. So the cell consists of zinc as a anode and mercury compound as a cathode. Here you are using potassium or sodium hydroxide as a electrolyte. Electrolyte plays a major role in the most of the in the batteries. So it helps to accelerate the chemical reaction, as well as it helps to transfer the ions between the anode to cathode, right? And the efficiency of the battery is purely depends upon electrolyte, as I said in the first class, first video. So and it is becoming absolute due to hazards associated with the proper disposal of mercury. So it has one of the important drawback. So the mercury is a very harmful material. So when you when you dispose the battery after draining, so you have to have some give some effort to disposal of mercury material. So it is one of the drawback when you are using mercury cell as a battery. And next one is silver oxide battery, silver oxide cell. So it is also one of the primary cell. So this cell consists of zinc as a anode, silver oxide as a cathode. Here also we are using potassium as well as sodium hydroxide as a electrode. So the silver oxide cell, it can liberate, or it can produce 1.5 volt of power, and it is used for watches, battery, and small electric accessories. So and then the silver oxide batteries is it's produces constant voltage output, so compared to the other primary cell primary batteries. So these are the small introduction about the primary battery, and then we had discussed some important types of primary batteries. So you just keep in your mind, the primary batteries are it is one time battery, so we could not use continuously. So and we could not recharge the primary cell because it is one time usable battery. So right, and then the capacity of the battery is purely depends upon what type of electrode it is used and what are the type of electrolyte it has. So based on that, the advantages as well as drawback will be, you know, will be decided in the primary cell battery. So thank you. I just wind up the class right over here. So in the next video we will discuss the second type, secondary battery. Thank you.